Now, we also are aware that in the news we told you the council chairman had tried to put things in place, including asking for the local vigilante group in Ikure local government area to organize itself, and then come forward with detailed, names of its members and all of that. Otherwise, it would be disbanded. I think an ultimatum was even given for how long they were going to take to do that. Um, how far that is going, only the council would inform us, which many would say would be a great thing if we have, the councils from time to time try to have conversations and educate Rivers people on exactly what's happening and the situation of things as it stands. This morning, you heard the police giving out an advisory to Rivers residents who would be traveling along that road, especially as we get into the Yuletide in a much more, you know, um, entertaining fashion. All right, we're still just at the very beginning. So the police command advised against traveling on the Elele, Omerelu, and Isiokpo Elele roads in Ikore local government area at night. The commissioner was speaking in an interview. He said that the command was going to intensify and has intensified security around those roads, addressing the rising security. So the first question would be, if security efforts have been intensified along those roads, it would then mean that it should be relatively safer for people to travel on those roads at any time, unless the commissioner is indirectly saying at night that intensified security is not present at night. That's why people should not travel at night. I don't know. I'm just trying to put out, hypothetical situations. If you look at the comments of the police command side by side with what the reality is. Anyways, let's hear what the River State Commissioner of Police, CP Mustafa, had to say. We'll start with this.
In collaboration with OSPAC, as well as the effective deployment we have carried out now, I'm assuring you that that road from airport runabout Omogwa to Isiokpo to Elele, from Elele till you reach boundary with Imo, or from Elele to Omog, Elele Elimini. By the grace of God, all those artists we have notified them. We want to ensure that the roads are safer for road users. We only advise the road users to restrict their movement. Anything after midnight is very risky to travel. We are calling on general public to reduce their movement in the night.
So it's two things: after midnight and in the night. So basically, we would think he meant in the night. So you shouldn't be traveling on that road, say 8 p.m., 9 p.m. going up. That's the advice. But another thing he said was efforts are on collaboration with the local vigilante outfit. It's going to be some sort of quiet and peace on that road. If that is the case, why the advisory? Now, what's your opinion about the advisory? Is the police in order to say, please don't travel at night? If you ask a lot of people, they will differ and say, why say we shouldn't travel at night when you're the police? It's your job, and you say you have taken charge of the situation. If you say you have taken charge of the situation, then we should be able to travel at night, any other time. And that should be fine if you are on top of the situation. Unless you're saying that you're not, or maybe at night you don't have men on the roads who are looking out for anybody who would want to commit crime. That's one way to look at it. The other way would be the police advising you to not use the road at night is also a security measure for you. Ideally, some people would argue in this country there were times we used to travel at night. I used to love night travels, use the night bus. It was very fun to travel at night, and it was faster because there's almost no traffic. In fact, no traffic whatsoever. It's just you, the roads, and it was relatively beautiful. This I'm talking about like mid-90s, coming up to early 2000s. It was something that was very rampant. People traveling at night. Do we still have that at its peak? Definitely not. Is it out of place for the police to say don't travel at night? Technically, you could say no. Unless you also want to consider the commissioner saying the matter is under control. He also said a few things about discovering that criminal activities are carried out by former members of local vigilante group. Now, this would bring us back to the council chairman of Ikwerre local government. There's not too much we can say because there's not too much we have heard from the council with regards to how it's handling these issues. If we're able to get them to speak with the people and respond to some of these things would be fantastic. But so far, we only know that the council chairman had asked for the group to local vigilante group to organize itself and set up and submit the list and all of that to the council. If they fail to do that, they just might be disbanded and then a new security outfit would be set up. That's something that the council would also look into. But that's the most that we know about the local vigilante group. And to hear the CP say that what is happening now is some criminal elements are former members of the vigilante group technically returning to the life of crime. He also added that the vigilantes have pledged to work with the police to identify those unscrupulous elements who are perpetrating this act.
Their hard meeting was OSPAC. Despite their problems within themselves, it was through OSPAC we were able to know that, yes, some of these bad boys, as you rightly observe, are taking advantage. If the policemen abandon that, they will now come and take over them to kidnap. Those who have fall out from the same organization, who are criminal elements within that association, were alleged to be the people committing that havoc. So they said they will help us to push them out.
But for me, the question now is, how bad can it be that your own community and your own people, you would want to extort them in this manner, kidnap? Sometimes some people lose their lives. You cause pain to their families. The people who carry out these acts, honestly, they would not want to be kidnapped. They would not like it. They would not want it to happen to them. They would not want it to happen to their family members. So is it that bad? Is it bad to the point where the only option anyone would think he has to survive is to inflict hurt and pain on another person who also is suffering the economic realities of this country and fighting their own battles? They just chose to fight it differently. Well, that's a very big question to ask. But as it stands, the police has given the advice: do not use those roads at night. How do you respond to this advice? What's your take on it? You've also heard the commissioner highlight the measures and what they are doing, even insinuating that, well, not insinuating, confirming that some former members of a local vigilante outfit in the council are those perpetrating this crime. How would be the best option to tackle the problem? The issues along that road is not starting now. It's way back 2015-16. Some people say it was after that 2015 election it became a thing where kidnapping along that road took center stage, led to multiple police checkpoints, if you remember vividly, and plenty of people who were abducted. Some you just find the bodies in parts in one area in the bush, killed by their captors. As sad and as painful as it is, nobody would want that to repeat itself in Ikwerre Council. So the question now is, how best should this matter be addressed? If you even go back to the Guardian newspaper had a report, this was in November, linking the kidnapping situations around that council to maybe the political crisis within the Ikwerre local government area. Now, this at the time was from the chief security officer of the local vigilante group in Ikwerre, Dixon Ngwomahum, who had said that the rising kidnapping along those roads in the state was as a result of the political divide in Ikwerre Council. And if anything he said is to go by, he was alluding to the fact that because some people are for this individual and some others are not, there are those who want to do anything to please their masters who may not even have sent them to do it, right? but then they want to please, they want to see that, oh, they should be seen as trying to distort, or some of the many claims that he made. This was while he was reacting to that viral video that had passengers who were kidnapped along the road, all over social media. Then he was making these remarks. I'll get deeper into it when we return, because the council chairman also had certain things that he had alleged that the council chairman did that could also have been contributing to the issue. Anyways, we'll go on a commercial shortly. The WhatsApp number is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. That is the WhatsApp number. On Facebook, we are live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Again, on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Your comments, will be taking them as well. We'll be also taking your messages on WhatsApp. How do you see the advisory of the police? What is the best way to tackle the problem we're having on that road at the moment before it gets out of hand? Let us know. Again, on WhatsApp 0809 030 6416. On Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Good morning, Nigeria Info. Simple. Insecurity along the Elele Omerelu Isiokpo roads and the state police advisory to residents: do not use the roads at night. How do you respond to it? Is the police in order with regards to that particular advisory? You heard the Commissioner CP Mustafa giving us an idea as to those who the police think is behind what is happening, and also telling Rivers people that they are collaborating with local vigilante groups to tackle the problem. The next question is, if the security presence on those roads have been beefed up, why should people be worried about traveling at night? 0817-923-0007. Uche Spiff Modu says, why can't the government ban local security outfits and let the police do their job? Or why not the government adopt local security outfits and train them, pay them, and legalize them, and legalize the use of juju to fortify the security men? Okay, pardon me, Uche Spiff, I had to laugh. Also, employ native doctors. Oh my goodness, to prepare charms. Like, is it that bad? Now, when such people like the local vigilantes go into crime, can our police match them? The government and the police have the resources to match anybody, trust me, including those that, in quote, have been using charms in the past and committed all forms of atrocities. At the end of the day, where are they now? Insecurity will not end in this country if we continue to assign security men to our political class. And there have been talks about withdrawing all of those aides and police aides and all of those. Obigwe Daniel says, police cannot tell people to avoid that road. Where will they pass? They did not say avoid the road. They say avoid the road at night. Especially those coming from Owerri. Yes, so I was in Owerri, and you see people entering bus around 7 p.m. to come to Port Harcourt because it's not really that far. You know, an hour, some minutes, you should be in Rivers State. So people would want to just do it, especially when they have emergencies. And that's where we have a concern. He said communities around those areas should be held responsible for the crimes. All right. 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0003. I'll take these again. 0817-923-0007. 0817-923-0003. Hello. Good morning, Nigeria Info. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good morning.
We can barely hear you. You'd need to speak up.
Good morning, Mr. Elele.
Good morning. What's your name?
Now?
What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Tim Adike, and I am talking from Umuokuta.
All right.
You see, this insecurity is something that has become so much whatever that we Rivers City no longer sleep. And if you want to look at it, you can understand for the past administration, the past administration haven't tried their best to curb insecurity, which everybody testify about it. And this insecurity started rising when the governor of Rivers State began to feel that he's having problem with somebody. These boys are those boys that they caught that time, they were causing those thinking that they were shouting, one man would not put Rivers State in their pocket or shouting one to know the other. Now let me tell you something. The one that just happened, those boys that came to Elele that woman in the name of task force, I keep asking, where are those boys? Where are they? And just the other day, somebody was shouting that the Rivers State, the commission does not have power to disband task force. Those boys are those task force boys, are these boys causing this insecurity in Rivers State? Let us not tell ourselves, let us tell ourselves the truth. Because we are on the street, we know what is happening. Those the same boys that went to that respect that time, that they are looking for who to fight, covering the whole road. Those are the boys that are causing all these things. Now, let me ask you one question. Why are the local government chairmen so serious to disband OSPAC and all the rest? Because they are trying not to cope with the self that they created. So now, let me ask again, why has the Rivers State governor not spoken anything about any insecurity as people are dying up and down? The last time I don't heard him say was that I will not allow the person being to die again when they were handing over the report they brought from the whatever inquiry, whatever. Now, what has he done about it? Let us not deceive ourselves. We know these people are doing this thing.
All right, Chima.
My name is Chima Dike.
Thank you very much. But Chima, let's also be honest. If you are realistic, there's nothing happening now that did not happen in the past 8 years or in the past 10 years or in the past 15 years. It was happening exactly like this. And to also put in proper perspective, it is not insecurity in Rivers State that we cannot close our eyes. I think that would be far-reaching if you say that. It's insecurity at the moment on those roads in Ikore local government area. And it's not the whole of Ikore local government area. People can still sleep. That's another thing. And then the third thing is the police are responsible for ensuring these things. The government, yes, I would agree with you if you say we need to hear more from the governor about how to tackle this problem or what perhaps they are doing with the police as the chief security officer. But let's also not forget the complaints about chief security officers who say they're not in charge of security outfits. And that complaint would not be coming now. It has always been there from previous administrations. So it would be great that we put it that way and not make it look as though all of these problems are starting for the first time today. That's the reason why the question fundamentally is what we suggest for the police to do in collaboration with whoever to tackle the problem. That's the fundamental question. And the advisory of the police, what do you make of it? Nigeria Info, good morning.
Yes, Andrew, good morning.
Thank you, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, this is Isaiah George from Buguma and Calabar Island.
All right, go on.
Yes, Andrew, you see, when information pop up, people should really dig deep into those information and not to either misinform themselves. What the police commissioner said, it is driving late at night that should be avoided. Just like he said, I am very privy to the journey from Owerri to Port Harcourt. And you see people, some will even tell you that they will be at the park until 10, 11 before they will start entering the last vehicle that they just want to, at the moment they are going to Port Harcourt, is late, and they just go in or go to what the reason why they are traveling and all of that. It is good, that is your own, but we should know that whatever you do with at the limit of your liberty is begins with what other person will also want to do, where your liberty starts and stops. His own continue from there to either do good or to do bad. That is why people should be wary. Now the police have come. What is happening there is just a part of the distractions that you see in the Ikore local government that led to the closure of the secretariat and all of that. You can see that the executive chairman is always up and running to make sure that the enemies do not overrun him.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
You're welcome.
Andrew, as I'm talking to you
Your
now,
name?
my name is J.A.J. The Ikore local government secretariat is under lock and key, barricaded by the police, right? The slaughter market that was open, it was the police that went there, tear gas traders, and also shut down that place. The police commissioner, who is their Oga, is now telling us that nobody should move around the Ikore houses from Omagwada, the airport roundabout, to the boundary. I don't know the reason.
He did not say nobody should move. He said they should not move at night.
He's giving advice now.
At night. Do not move at night. That's what he said. Not.
Okay,
he did not say do not move. So
when
we
you
do
hear
not.
advising, you hear, let's say the U.S. giving their citizens advice, don't go here, don't go here. It's because they may not be able to come for your aid as at the time these things may happen. But what is stopping the police from acting? Maybe shortage of men. Meanwhile, you have men to block equality secretary. Not making any sense to me for goodness sake. I think it would have been better to say we are declaring curfew on that road from the airport at so time to so time, because our men will be sleeping at so time. That would have been better for everybody. Well explained. But that, don't go there. It means the implication, if you go at so time, you are Oh, it's former Oxford people. Former Oxford, do they have immunity? You cannot arrest them. Now they will help you to tell you these are the people doing this. You are still telling, oh my God.
All right,
Is
JJ,
this
thank
all you
you.
can do? Is this all you can offer?
Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Hi, Shirley, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Muriel, the Cripple woman.
Go on, please.
Look, Shirley, there's a way you talk to your child, and your child will know you're scared. Or it's either you're scared or you are trying to protect them from something. Why you're protecting them, why you're defending them at the same time. But when yesterday I listened to the statement by the statement that came through the police, and I almost laughed because it seems to me as if they are telling the people there that please don't pass this road, this road is a dangerous, so even we're scared of the road, even we're not passing there, so you don't pass, That's the kind of the way I feel about this statement, and it's very, very laughable at the same time, heartbreaking. Honestly, so whatever they know they want to do, you will go to the community, you not see them, they're not afraid. So before you know, someone come around, you can just fish out and let us have our peace.
All right, Muriel. Thank you. Good morning, Nigeria Info.
Andrew, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Susie from Rema Community.
All right, go on.
Andrew, every conversation must not even be political. When you were doing your analysis, you talked about the issue concerning what will be the mindset of somebody from your community. You now go and kidnap an old man, put them in the bush. Sometimes some of them will die. All these things are not done, let me just say, from strangers or by the stranger. Let me just assume that without police in our community, local community like Rema, can't we protect our property? Can't we protect what we have? The policemen are even strangers. You don't even expect a stranger to that extent, even though they were given responsibility constitutionally and they are being paid for a particular job. How many policemen are there within our rural community? So how come within ourselves we cannot think of how to protect what we have? This is the reason why at the time we did the vulnerability of Omega, Oxford came in, and then we were using our brothers and sisters who now know the new Kankani to protect this place. But we must not always want to ask questions. Well, police, you don't want to do this. If police are giving instruction, it is your choice either to go back there and go and follow the local government by 12 o'clock or midnight around 1. Then when the kidnappers kidnap you, you don't also need to even blame the policeman. So what the commissioner has said, he has given an instruction as a professional. Now within ourselves in our community, what is about the chief? What about the youth? What about the CDC? These communities that are being mentioned, don't they know their area? Don't they know their jurisdictions and all of that? They must not be blaming the police for everything. And do each of us an individual. We have responsibility. Some those who see what they are doing today as a commercial interest and all of that.
All right, Susie, thank you. I think a very valid point you made there. I think one other person, was it on Facebook messages, had said the communities too should be looked at. I think, yes, it was on Facebook where someone said that. These people that live in those areas, the people that perpetrate these things have somewhere they stay. These community people most of them have an idea. I think most of them have an idea as to what's happening in their area. This one says, I don't think it's safe at this period to travel at night because of hardship in the land, which has caused a high rate of crime. Many have always linked crime to hunger. I'm not one person who agree to that. I don't really buy it to say hunger would then cause you to kidnap another person who is also hungry. I don't see why that should be the case. The police gave an advice that is perfect by me. We should also understand that the particular road is a lonely one with bushes around it. So can the councils not look at? I remember under the past administration, one time where the governor had instructed, where we had serious issues with this kidnapping on the East-West Road, MOR axis. It was serious. We're having kidnappings up and down, and there were talks about, okay, the bushes on the road, whose duties is it to ensure that you clear those bushes so that at least you can even see front and see inside and see who is coming out and who is passing? If you pass most of the roads now, I went to Owerri myself last week. It was the bushes at some parts of the road. You would not like. It's not nice. The median overtaken by bushes, the sides. So the communities, the traditional rulers in those communities, the CSOs, the CDCs, the youth leaders and the youths, it's something that you could come together. It's for the good of your own community. Like, you could clear these things off so people can see far from where they are, at least, and then it will contribute that few seconds that a person gets the opportunity to see whoever is coming out of where and where they are coming out from, could give them an opportunity to save their lives. Nigeria Info, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Omerelu. I'm calling from Nicole.
Go on.
Please, the Commissioner of Police, that's what he said this morning. That people should be careful. Advice is not cause. He's not doing bad things. Not to plead with him to also leave politics to face his work forever. To talk to his men. Andrew, if you go to this US roundabout, look at what police are doing there. The only police who are working well, those people that are in Okubo Nkoro, those who are working very, very well. That's why this anything crime rate in Okubo Nkoro. Those particular policemen in Okubo Nkoro, they are perfect workers. The Commissioner of Police, leave politics and face their matter so that everything will be peaceful. For your advice this morning, I want to commend you. Thank you very much, Andrew.
All right, Ida, thank you very much. See if we could take one more before we go on commercial. Nigeria Info, good morning.
Good morning, my brother, man. My name is David West, and I'm calling you from the city of Enegua.
Go on.
As a matter of fact, the Nigerian police, expressly, they have given their advice. It behoves on us as citizens to follow the advice. But beyond the advice, it is the responsibility of the Nigerian police to provide adequate security for each citizen 24 hours, 247. It's not enough, the police telling us that it will not be advisable for travelers to fly the road in the night. No. If possible, NDDC should go and put solar street lights there. If the place is illuminated, it will also deter those criminals from harassing people. It's because the places are dark. Let the places be illuminated. Light up the area. It's going to help.
David West, thank you.
And again, finally, sir, the community must take responsibility.
We have to take it then, and thank you. We already have a few seconds left, but I think fantastic thing you said. So advice would be two things. The council chairman, look at this. Clear the bushes on the sides of the roads, on the medians of the roads. You could employ youths that will be doing this thing monthly, and then you pay them stipends. It's great. And then what would it take to light up the roads? It's almost the same thing we have for the East-West Road. Like, no lights. Like, you travel the East-West Road at night. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. Jude is coming next with Hello Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Democracy is the freedom of speech.